T-Bolukizi tipped $25. Hey Mitch Hope all as well. Thanks for doing what you do. We don't love them hoes.
D-Bun Man! I'm in chat. D-Bun Man. Thanks for 25. Holy crap. I'll be here in a sec. Kangs Man. Thank you, dude. Hey traders, welcome to episode 697 of the show. You could be doing anything, but you're here, and I appreciate it. It's Sunday, man. It's friggin' Sunday, NFL Sunday. Yesterday was College Football Saturday. And also, this is Bitcoin Weekly Close Sunday. We get it every week. Less than 2 hours from now, we'll know. It's not looking good, man. It's looking not great, but terrible. 15,000 Rokins. Big red candle on the weekly. We'll look at it in a second, but just to, what we've been talking about this weekend a little bit on what was going on. It was like this. Remember? Oh my God, we broke it, man. But where's the price action follow through, right? So you just adjust, right? We're trying to find, we're just trying to, I think Bitcoin's trying to establish some sort of pattern, right? And a larger pattern. And maybe it's a descending broadening wedge, right? Don't really know yet. There was the hidden bearish divergence, high on price, lower high on price, much higher levels of positive momentum, and really not going anywhere. I was saying that there's the possibility we could sell off and hit 7,500, 7,400, and in doing that, down to the RSI, sell off again and get higher levels of relative strength. and we can get some more major 4-hour divergence. We had a little bit here, and we did break the upside some, but again, it's just normally looking for, I don't know, a peak. You get out of oversold territory, you get oversold again. Having that divergence while you're oversold is pretty strong. So, mysteries bound, we're falling below the heart line of the equidistant channel. We fell below it, tried to break it, couldn't, and now we are in fact below it, testing it right now again. This is the channel we've been in for over 80 days. 3 months, man. 3 months in a correction, nearing 100% retrace from our, June 6th local bottom created. All right. All right, weekly. Here it is, man. All right, this is the week. The week we broke out, let it go down in history. We were so deep within the parameters of the pattern, we knew it was coming soon, one way or another, and it came. And you have, in fact, really started breaking this 8,300 area, 8,400, 8,500, whatever. It's a zone of support. The candle closed the wick. You're below it. There's other supports down here, again, at like 7,500, which we have not quite touched or tested yet. Measured move of the pattern, you don't even want to know. It's down to like 56.25. And this is just the beginning. The impulse has just started on the weekly. The negative momentum is at its highest level since July of 2018, man. Been a long time since we've had this much negative momo. Also, something that you didn't want to see if you were long was you falling below this 50 on the RSI on the weekly, right? Because we look at the previous bullish cycle that lasted 2 years, a little over 2 years. And throughout it, once you broke it, you never fell below that equilibrium zone, right? 50, which is neutral. Never fell below it the entire bull run. But as you can see, beautiful run up and didn't even test it. You just broke through it. Now sitting at 46 on the RSI. So still technically neutral. Anything below 40 is bearish. Anything above 60 is bullish. So yeah, neutral. Just dumping, man. This rubber string's at its lowest level since April this year, but we're on the way up, right? Last time we broke above and then broke back below the 50 was January 22nd when the bubble popped. I mean, it had already kind of popped. You were already on the way down, but right, once you broke it, you came and actually back tested on the RSI and never saw those prices or never saw that level of strength again until you got to really oversolds. That was December. That was right before the bottom occurred. That is where I think that's where the divergence occurred on the RSI on the weekly. So, okay, man. What are we talking about? What things happen if you break? Right? If you break 7,500s, there's a very good chance you'll see 6,800. 6,000 to 5,800 after that. So yeah, man, 7,500 is extremely important of a sport. We've got to stay above it. Bitcoin does have to stay above it. In fact, if you want any chance of this impulse to continue on to higher prices, something. Go to the daily for Bitcoin. The daily. Unfortunately for Bitcoin, doesn't really look good, does it? You are below that 200-day moving average. Remember, last time you really fell below it was way back, man, early 2018. Last time you fell below that 200-day moving average. Not this time. This was the bear trap. This was like that extreme emotionalism, potential dead cat bounce stuff. But the second time when you methodically fell through it, it was back in March of 2018. We didn't get back above it until April 1st, April 2nd of 2019. So we're talking about Fibonacci retraces. You're talking about your low point to your high point. You are nearing the bottom of the golden zone. The bottom of the golden zone is what we call the golden retrace, the 618, which is a 61.8% retrace, man. And that's around 7,200. 7,200 is, there's definitely that support zone right there. And it's so interesting. I talked about this, I think yesterday or maybe 2 days ago with the Fibonacci, where every single fib node lines up perfectly with some sort of historical support resistance zone. Whereas you're talking about the 23% retrace goes back to your February and March 2018 levels, right? Your peaks. The 382 goes back to your May of 2018 peaks. Your 50% retrace goes to your July 2018 peak. Your 618 goes to your September 2018, your April 2018, and there's a wick right here, January 2018 levels, right? 786, pretty freaking close to 5,800. It's 5,400, but you know there's some chop there. Then the 886 is where it all started, right? Way down here. You don't ever want to get down there, man. That's bad news. All right. Anytime in history of Bitcoin we've had some sort of recovery, the bull cycle's manifested into all-time highs. Okay, so will it be different this time? Will we buck the historical stat on Bitcoin that it always makes higher highs, all-time highs, when the new bull cycle begins, which we thought this was it? It still very well could be it, because the fact that we're just inside a common retrace zone, there's still a chance, man. On the daily, it doesn't look good, right? You sold off and you're just consolidating. There's no demand pushing this price back up at all, right? Getting above the 83.96, which is right now the 200-day moving average, extremely important. Just remember, going back in the history, let's go tripping through time for a second. We've done it a billion times. All right? Remember, we just looked at the weekly, and we looked at the RSI, how interesting that stat was, that look where we never fell below 50, 53 on the weekly RSI. And on the daily, the 200-day moving average. We never, once that bull cycle began, once we broke above it, this was it, man. This is when we broke the range back in October 2015. We never fell. Now, we may have tested it a couple times, but we never fell below the 200-day moving average again until it was over, until the, unusual bearish activity, that right there, crash. I mean, the emotionalism that brought you back up, methodical sell-off the second time, right? We stayed above it the whole time, and now look what's happening, man. You're already contradicting what you've done in the past bull cycles, not only on the weekly RSI, but also the daily 200 moving average. Hello? Is anyone there? Chat? T-Bone, thanks again, man, for the 25 before the stream even started, dudes. You're all worlds. Thank you, man. Oh my God. So, today, chat, I'm wearing my... Yes. That's right, dude. My dry fit Tia Mitre shirt, dude. Very cool. Very comfortable. So just drinking my Irwin coffee. Wait a second, chat. Is this crazy? Is it National Coffee Day? It is. It's National effing Coffee Day. Come on, man. If you don't have a coffee, if you haven't drank coffee today, go get one, dude. Drink it with me. I'm drinking mine. Irwin.coffee. Very good. All right. All right, so.
Thank you so much for changing the music to these awesome chill guitar vibes.
Whoa.
Please never play the horrific club dance Helicape again. It kills my soul. Please make a static vid on drawing harmonics properly.
Pepe, I've got all kinds of harmonic videos on the Patreon. Speaking of the Patreon, the best day to join is the first of the month always, and that's coming up on Tuesday. October 1st will be Tuesday of this week coming up. And if you want to learn more about harmonics, you want to learn about equidistant channels, you want to learn about descending triangles, falling wedges, rising wedges, head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, complex head and shoulders. You want to learn about MACD divergence, hidden divergence, classic divergence. You want to learn about anything that I do on this stream. The best way to learn about what I do is joining my Patreon, because you're supporting the stream. You're like, hey man, I get entertainment and value out of what you do every day, but also I want to learn more about what you do when you're streaming. It's an installment package when you get into the Patreon. Okay, you can join it 1 month, 2 months, however many months you want to, where you think there's value. But again, that's how we do it. It's all there. Okay, so maybe that might be a good investment for you to make. Okay, there are videos on that. in regards to what was the club music, I don't know what you're talking about. You don't like it? Well, dude, dude, that's the vibe, dude. It's that deep house progressive, deep progressive house where you've got that BPM around 120. It's really good subliminally for concentration of the viewers. So, because we do a lot of education in here and stuff. So. Anyway. 200 week moving average? I don't think so, Delov. No, I don't think Bitcoin's ever fallen below the 200 week moving average. We're so far away from it, dude. It's like in the fours or something, really low. So I wouldn't even worry about that for now. Worry about where we are in regards to the 200-day moving average. All right, gnarly. Jimmy Jones, thanks, man. Okay, so I guess we can start looking at the altcoins if you want. We just looked at Bitcoin on the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly. T-Bone, yes, real me, man. I swear. To me, yeah, you're holding on to a nice line, but this could just be seller absorption, right? You get these areas, these critical areas of support like this. There are multiple things going on. There are people covering shorts, and there are also people taking longs. There are also people selling, right? Everything, right? So, you might just be consolidating bearishly after a bearish impulse. As you can see on the 200-day moving average here, you ran up and you were unable. You up thrusted above the 200-day moving average and just rejected it. Now you're back below it. It's always awful to be below the 200-day moving average. All right. Look what happened right here. Up thrust the 200-day moving average, and you dunk, man. Like the last time we fell below the 200-day moving average was May of 2018. You just had it here. You broke it. It was August 14th. Made your attempt, and it's failed miserably. So if you do break below this 167 area, there is a real good chance you'll be going down to 145. After 145, you got 123. After 123, you got 100. After 100, you got 85 or so. Right, so not really looking that great on altcoins, man. This type of price action. I mean, remember, if you want it to be a joke, you gotta have follow through price action. Like you gotta have some sort of automatic rally that is stupendous with volume and huge green candles. You got none of that, man. Nothing. It's like there is no ease of movement for the bulls right now, is there? Right? You get like nuclear on your oscillators, and the bulls can't rally this thing at all. It's not good. That's bearish. Okay. EVGA says 110 billion more dollars pumped into the economy for the repo market. There was 105 billion a week ago too. Inflation rate cuts should be good for Bitcoin. What do you think? I think in the short term it's really good for equities. Well, I mean that is the literal intent of what they're doing with rate cuts right now. They're trying to keep the sentiment bullish on the stock market, continuing to try to get people to buy into this overinflated pig right now. 10.5-year long market cycle. Come on, dude. It's like they're trying everything they can. Plunge protection team, just to maybe get us by before the election, so President Trump can get elected again. I think that's maybe the intent. I don't know. Maybe it's that simple. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's more complicated. Yeah, Mikey, I agree. That progressive deep house is what makes the channels vibe. Yeah, but this is just a chill Sunday stream, man. Listening to a little Grateful Dead, old school, man. Why not? Just some jams. And this should just be a breath of fresh air or just some sort of change up from the music I play like literally every day. So, okay, that's it. I'm going to Litecoin, same situation, log scale. Beautiful uptrend all year until it all broke and came crashing down June 30th. And this led up to what? Well, actually, I think we were selling off already. Well, it led up to the halvening, but then started selling off, and then the halvening was like August 6th. Once August 6th rolled around, more selling came in. All right, so looks like some sort of falling wedge or just downsloping channel, whatever you want to call it. You're just hitting the bottom of it right now, and you're nearing that really, really critical support. Another one, 50 bucks. You had $50.23 or something. Was it 52? No, yeah, you had $50.23 and still trying to hold within this downsloping support. I don't know how well that's going to go for you. I mean, lower low. I mean, maybe there's a little divergence. No, it's not. It's like just a double bottom. So it might be Class C. You could maybe argue that Litecoin from this valley to this valley is making some sort of Class C bullish divergence. But I think at the end of the day, it's all about Bitcoin here because, like, it won't matter. If Bitcoin dumps, you think Litecoin's going to hold up? It's not, man. Don't think Litecoin, Ethereum, XRP, they're not special. Okay, Bitcoin's special. It moves the entire market one way or another, okay? Joe Fabiano says, Mitch, I'm sorry to say, but I think I watch you so much and learn so much, I don't need the Patreon. Well, the Patreon is literally like, I mean, you know, you can say, hey, it's a sell wall. No, it's not, because like mostly all the education I do and that's clipped in the Patreon is done live. So you can't argue, you can't say that because it's like I'm not shilling something because I do it all live. I do it for free for everyone. But what we do is we clip it and we make those educational clips very readily available for a patron. So they just click play and it's like 3 minutes, 5-10 minutes of education instead of a 2-hour live stream where, you know, people got their lives, they got things to do. So they're not going to be able to see when I do those education segments all the time, right? So that's it, man. You only trade to house now, Brett, man. What's up, Brett? Dude, Brett coming in yesterday with Wells Fargo and Sprint. Beautiful. Okay, he's definitely, I think, the front runner for Hype King. Week 2. When did we start Hype King? Isn't it about time? Axes? Is that true? What do we... Sorry, this is the part where Grateful Dead starts doing psychedelics or something. So that's Litecoin, man. Well below the 200-day moving average. Awful. Like August 13th, you broke it. You're well below it now. You're below all your moving averages, and that's bearish. That is not bullish, man. Head and shoulders on Litecoin. Scuffed. I mean, we brought up that argument before, kind of, with this being the neckline. You've already broken the neckline. If that was the case, yeah, I've done this before. Or that's the neckline. Left shoulder head, kind of scuffed right shoulder. It matched perfectly. It was beautiful. If that was the case, man, you know, that's a $63 measurement. How is that even possible? I mean, like, how is that? It's like, buy. Like, you can't even. No, there's no way. It would put you at $18. There's no freaking way. Like, I just can't. This is log scale too. Like, in log scale, it's like that. Right? Yeah, it's the same thing, dude. It's like $63. You're screwed. You know, so I don't know, man, if I could look at it like that. Okay. Definitely don't. Let's just, yeah, you broke a support and you've been destroyed since. Okay, since you broke it, you were at $82. Now you're at $54. That's a lot, man. What's up, Heath, man? Double bottom, bullish divergence, potential gap on COO, Chief Operating Officer, Cabot, Cooper, Cost. Oh man, I don't know. Look at the daily. Holy crap, man, Monka S. Dude, I don't know. I mean, maybe. Very rarely you fall below this 200-day moving average. Very, very, very bullish trend. But he's saying, do you think there's a double bottom? I don't really see a discernible double bottom. It doesn't look that great to me, man. And you bearishly engulfed to end the week. Very, very weak. I know, weak and weak. Whatever. Sometimes it happens. And you're saying bullish divergence? What is this? Where? Hold on. He says, okay, double bottom. potential gap fill. And gap fill is up around 320, 321. I don't know, man. I don't really feel good about, and I don't really see, I mean, maybe there's a little divergence, but you know, normally you will get some follow through price action.
Can we take a look at daily and weekly on the XRP/BTC, please? Opinion smiley evening, Mitch.
Smiley, Jay, thank you for the threes. And yeah, we looked at that recently. It's broken out. A downtrend had been in since Christmas Eve. It started in 2018. So not even a year yet, but that's a long time to be destroyed, right? Think about all the stuff we've done this year and just been getting killed almost every day, right? We'll look at it. Thank you, Jay, man. So I don't know, man, like what you got here going on. I don't know if there's enough data. I mean, maybe look at the 4 hour. Maybe there's something, but like it's just maybe double bottom, but I kind of see it. I mean, yeah, you're kind of diverging, but your negative Momo, like on the 4 hours, just begun to build. It could keep building on lower prices. And I just, you know, taking longs on bearish engulfing candles, not really what you want to do. All right, so on double bottoms, right, often we get multiple days of indecision near that same low. And it's like really like, okay, clearly there's a lot of seller weakness. Yeah, there's some decent support looking left, chop that we're at right now. All right, so that might prop you up. But if you can't hold that, I mean, you're going to come straight down to 279. Right, so you're just barely hanging on to this support that a lot of parts of it you've cracked through. So I don't know, buying on a bearish engulfing candle on the daily at the end of a week of the week. Let's look at the weekly. What does that weekly candle look like? Oh, it's disgusting, dude. Like I don't know. That to me is not enough of a reason. And maybe it bounces, but dude, look at that negative Momo. Look how like on the weekly you're at 40, so you're in bearish territory now. Last time you were at 40 on the RSI was technically December 2016. I just don't, I don't see it, man. I just don't, it's just like, you know, when there's ones that look like this, it's like, you can't force it. Right? You just don't want to force it. It's, eventually you'll come back to this 200-week moving average, just like you've done in the past. I know it takes a long time, but, I just don't see it being that great. Okay. Thank you, dude. Heath. It's all good, dude. Hey, who cares, right? Move on to the next one, right? There'll always be another one. Look at this weekly here. Just, I don't know why. I'm just like, here. Give me a sec. It's scuffed. It's not like set up for it. So, let's see. Low, lower, low. Wow, we were getting some weekly divergence, chat. Weekly bullish divergence was definitely real. On XRP to BTC. So the positive Momo is building. Oh wait, log scale, sorry. So this is what you need to look at. Like look on the weekly. What's happening? You know? It's like you're out, man. Daily looks it's very pretty on the daily. I mean you gotta be like, dang dude, not bad. But we are still very far away from that 200-day moving average, but you know, it's starting to catch up finally, right? I'll tell you something good about XRP to the BTC pair. When we saw it, it has now broken above the 20 and the 50 for the first time in a while. So, you know, you really like, and here's the beauty. All right, so what you need to know, Jay and chat, is when was the last time we had a 2050 daily crossover? Bullish crossover. The last time we got a 2050 bullish crossover, really, you know, this is how the runs begin. You know, they start like this. September of 2018, then you also had one here, November 2018. That's it. I mean, it's been a very long time. It's been like a year. A little less than a year since we had a 2050 bullish crossover. But you got the 2050 bullish crossover. Coincide that with a Momo shift breakout. Not bad. Not too bad. Kind of weird on your positive Momo. Not looking that great. High. Not the higher high yet. It's just lower levels positive Momo. Lower levels relative strength. You know, not enough time's gone by. Maybe we need some more data to see if it's real divergence. maybe on higher highs, but I think the first target, if this was real and manifested into anything worth a crap, I think your first target is 4,332 sats. But if Bitcoin dumps, man, hey, maybe you increase your Satoshi value, but you're losing your US dollar value. And you got to trade 4 times to have a complete trade with these BTC pairs. Oh, not efficient, man. Not efficient at all. Okay. That makes sense, Jay. Does that help, man? Bitcoin's acting up. Yeah, it's nearly 8,100 again. Hype. Very good. But again, you've got 1 hour and 30 minutes until your weekly closes, and that's why we're here, man. That's why we're here on this Sunday, NFL Sunday. You notice you notice Saints Stadium behind me, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Okay. So I'm gonna look at some chat now, since I haven't been able to do an engagement session yet. Okay, just scrolling on up. I will target you at will. Oh, what's up, Kevin Grubman? Dude, what's going on? Kevin, 2120, are you kidding me? And how about Mac Brown being like, we're going all in, dude. And then he lost. So scrubby. I get it, though. Hey, you get that one, no one's going to say anything, right? It's just like, I get it, though. You can't, like, I get his decision to go for 2 at the end of the game like that, because it's like, he doesn't have the program, he doesn't have the athletes, he doesn't have probably the coaching staff or anything yet to be able to compete with the athletes and coaching of Clemson. So it's like, let's just try to get it here and not draw this out to overtime, because we'll probably lose in overtime. So it would have probably been a loss anyway. So good on him for making that chance, but dude, Monka S on Clemson, and that's what I'm talking about. Parity is starting to pick up week 5 through 7. All right, and games like that start becoming way more frequent than they would have been early in the year, and that is why I've started slowing down my position sizing on my bets. But guess what, dude? Besides the Wisconsin game, everything I bet on covered yesterday. It's beautiful, man. Friggin' beautiful. What's up, King Uggos? Super basic news. Nutzel, Skyward Man. More taxes is a solution. Yeah, dude. Oh god, please let's not bring up that scrub again. That's fun. No, okay, I exited out of them, so never mind. Hey Fabio, what's up, Fabio, man? I shaved today, chat. I was starting to look a little homeless, okay? What's up, Trisket, man? Marathon stream? I mean, marathon streams are normally warranted for certain reasons. Don't just randomly do them. So if I did, then they wouldn't be special, would they? Thanks, Corax. James the Water Cooler, drink coffee, man. Oh, Fritz, thank you, dude, for noticing. It was National Beer Day yesterday. Well, I definitely participated in it, okay? So awesome. Well, okay, sorry, I'm just like catching up on chats. Whatever, man. Guy Gamer, what's up, dude? Hello, I have an XRP. Nice name. What's up, Jekyll? Silverback Jack, bruh. I think we've looked at Copper's chart before. Dude, I'm so behind. Oh my god. Hey, Private Wins. Yeah, I mean, Private Wins us like one time, like ever, right? What's up, Tony D? Thanks for the sub, man. Hey, if you're enjoying the live stream, please hit that like button, that bell, that sub. All right, thank y'all for being here. All 523 of you. Y'all are incredible. Give me 2 seconds. Gotta delete Streamlabs crap. Every stream. We're good? Okay, we're good. Awesome. Right, yeah. Bitcoin Cash Head and Shoulders broke down. Yeah, it did. It did. Remember? Yeah, we talked about it. A left shoulder head, right shoulder. It was like good. Yeah, man. Yeah, whatever. Daily, it's useless. And the pattern almost hit his PCZ almost perfectly. I mean, it was very, very. It was off by like $3 to $4. It hit it, before the dumpening happened, and just definitely looks like trying to create some sort of bearish consolidation. And you were tremendously oversold on Bitcoin Cash. So we were at the lowest level of RSI we'd seen since December 2018, since the nadir levels. So negative Momo is beginning to wane, even though there's so much of it still. The volume increased on the dump. And yes, like people are talking about a Head and Shoulders or something. It's like you don't even want to know, right? It's just too much. Unless the world's crazy, you're probably not going to hit the measure move of this pattern. It's too much. It's like these peaks like that, the head like to the neckline was just too freaking much. I mean, I don't even want to mess with it, dude. You maybe looked at it more like a double top, but I mean, I guess I get you, man. It's just stupid. It's like, dude, it brings you down to like $67, maybe $70. Okay. 68 bucks. And that would put you at lower lows than the December 2018 lows. Are you kidding? Hey, but you fulfilled the destiny of the gap fills, right? Carly's gap theory, making it a thing in crypto. There it is, man. This is log scale. Not what you want. And again, whatever. That's just it's a long way away for them. There's going to be patterns all throughout. If it's kept going, man, you'd have so many more things we just talk about. So what are you doing on the daily on Bitcoin Cash? You've broken an ice line from April 2019, and now you're back testing it as a resistance. You did yesterday, and now today you're just selling off. You got as low as 212. For rallying just a little bit, probably because of Bitcoin, right? So you could just say, hey man, is there just some sort of flag developing? Very real possibility. Right now, it's like, what even is it? It's just, it's nothing, man. Maybe we can start saying, like, all right, man, is it just a flag for now? Maybe you could argue that it's just trying to develop right now, trying to develop this pattern. Takes time. Will Bitcoin close the week under 8,500? We can do that. Whatever. Sure. Good idea, Mr. Glenn. So what was the question? Well, we know it's going to close below 8,500. We're going to say, will it close below the 200-day moving average? Well, I mean, I guess it's the week, so... Of course it's going to close below it, dude. That's not even a good question, because it's like, dude, you're not probably in the next hour and 15 minutes going to break to the upside $400. It's just probably not going to happen. Very improbable. So... I don't know. I'm trying to. Someone come up with a question about the weekly close that could be one thing or another. Yeah. Whatever, dude. Will Bitcoin close the week below the 200-day moving average? Whatever, man. I'm just doing that, man. I know it's weird, but there you go. All right. Go cast your votes now, chat. Just posted the link. Hey, what's up, Mac Daddy, man? Man, so all the altcoins, the S coins, are just down, man. They're just down like 2% plus today. So they're down technically more than Bitcoin is. Just what is even the point of looking at them? It's just awful, dude. I mean, what does that look like to you? To me, it just kind of looks like a rectangle. And it sucks, man. Like, I mean, you can't say the wedge didn't play out. It played out, but bearish conditions. Very bearish conditions. So what have you done? Back to very critical supports. I mean, look left. Jeez. 3.994 cents. Ooh. Looks like you never had a candle close below that area, though. So, but what does that mean? It's like you were confined with some sort of rectangle, it looks like to me. A bearish rectangle. I mean, easy, dude. Like, really easy to just, like, I don't know. You could probably just, from the candle close, it seems like that is, like, it. Like, if you, like, ever broke that with a candle close to the downside, the measure moved very easy to figure out. It's only, like, say, 3.2 cents. You know, you're just getting so low on the value of these assets. You know what happens if you break this? Very bad, man. Like, look, there's just very little support. Looking left. It's awful, man. But go figure, right? I mean, there's no fundamental analysis to make these assets go up, right? They're just all speculative S coins. They don't make any money. They don't have to, you know, if they make money, they sure as heck don't have to report it to any of you. And they definitely aren't going to tell you how they mathematically are going to, you know, increase the price of the value of the asset. Okay, so I mean, yeah, I'm thinking right now that Bitcoin, yeah, maybe it'll break the upside, but I do think there is still downside potential. And I'm really interested to see what the next weekly candle is going to give us. You know, this one being Bitcoin being such a very large red candle on a breakout of a pattern that we've been in development. It had been in development for like 80 plus days. So I think normally when you break out, it's not normally just one candle. You might get some fall through price action next week to the downside, but it may not be much. And that's what we're thinking. Maybe 7,500 might hold. If you're long, you really hope that 7,500 holds. Okay, big time. Anyway, that's Cardano, man. Like, whatever. Oh, we didn't even look at XRP, did we? Sorry. That's my bad. Okay, so XRP hanging in there. Also doing the same old bearish rectangle stuff, right? It almost just, it's like you got support, you got resistance. You've broken to the upside today. You're down 0.68%. But as you can see, looking left, this is very important. Holding above this is very good, I think. Still on XRP, you know, whatever. If you're talking about going long for a while, I mean, these are still lowest risk, very low risk areas, I think. I mean, yeah, you had the wick down there. Bitcoin dumps again, you're going straight down again. You're going to break this and get devastated once more. But you can't argue and say that XRP isn't at some sort of lower risk area of value down here. And just look left. Lots of chop here. Lots of chop, but you've broken all the supports. And if you do break 25 cents with any kind of resounding effort on candle closes with confirmation on dailies, probably going to see 15 cents, man. All right. So pray for Bitcoin to not crash or dump more. All right. Just remember, context of Bitcoin, you are deep in the golden zone. So that's just common retrace levels. After huge impulses up, you get those. So it's really not that weird. Like Bitcoin still has a chance of continuing to run to the upside. The bullish continuation could happen. But you know, the deeper the retraces become, You know, maybe there's more value there, but hey, that means your price depreciates tremendously. So, you know, Bitcoin 7,200, 7,500, that little zone right there is do or die for the corn, Bitcoin. All right. Take live streams on right now. Go report. Julie, you got a link to that? You can report them. Yeah, so 78% of y'all think, yeah, Bitcoin will close below the 200-day moving average, which we're below it right now, but we're right at it, right? Honestly, if you want to cast your vote and you missed it, I'm posting the link once more. We got 55 votes. Maybe we'll get a few more, whatever. And thanks for, again, the 540 people here. Thanks for the 148 likes. If you're enjoying the live stream, like button, bell, sub, all that stuff really helps, you know, with growth and all that. What's up, Kato Lee? Hi, ASL. Are we going to see a square up, Indigo, Washington? I mean, we could. We could see a square up. I mean, let's go to 60-minute real quick. I mean, there's only one real square up around, I mean, it does seem like 9,400, you know, that could happen. But maybe we sell off to hit this critical support first. Does seem like a possibility. And I just adjusted the trend line from that recent peak, and you're not out yet. Okay, so I think you're just trying to develop some sort of pattern. And if you sold off once more, I think there's a really good chance at a critical support you could be showing RSI divergence. All right, I'm just talking about 4 hour. Here it is, man. It's like, all right, you got one. If you sold off one more time, if you can make a low candle low close below 78.90, you can say that divergence could happen. But you probably want to see 73 to 7,200, 7,500. That little zone. Look left, right. That's areas for. I mean, there are going to be tons of limit buys down here, probably, right? You would think there definitely would. Where you go from 10,000 to 8,000 in 5 days, and then you sell off even more throughout the week. Does seem like there might be a break to the upside, maybe square ups and all that. As it stands now, nothing really, you know, I don't think there's enough time that's gone by to give us any kind of accurate reading of where we're going next on Bitcoin on significant time scales. And that's okay. That's why we look at many other assets across different markets, because Bitcoin is one asset, and this is a technical analysis show. And though, yes, we are crypto-centric with Bitcoin because we believe in the technology, we believe that there's a good future for it. We're progressive that way. We also know that, hey man, it's just one thing you can trade, and if it's not showing us good signs for a trade, then whatever, move on to the next one. We wait for it to develop those things for us, okay? All right, Julia, have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. Eli Bach, yeah, weekly close in 1 hour and 9 minutes, okay? So if you want context to think about this, all right, just flip over your chart. Just think about it the way we would do it. This is like, imagine this being December 2018 and all that. I know there's a lot of lines here. Just gotta bear with, all right? So here's a local top. Here's an overhead resistance, you could call it, right? I mean, it's 7,200. That's it, man. Candle high close. That is death. Like, you know, above that, if you break that, you back test it. It's gonna just keep going. Your next target after 7,200. If you break it, just look, 6,500, and then 5,800. Okay. I mean, that is where you're going if in time you do break 7,200 with any kind of resounding effort. And I'm saying resounding effort as in any kind of volume, any kind of confirmation with candle closes above it, cap up below it. All right, that's just how much we've already broken other ones. You know, I'm just gonna get rid of them because all the Fibonacci's line up with them perfectly. So, all right. There's 1, 64, 42, and then you got like 57. These are it. These are your pit stops, right? Each one. So you're gonna maybe eventually test 7,400. Then after that, if you break it, 6,442. And then after that, 5,786. That's how it would go if we did get any kind of breaks. All right. Does that make sense? Okay. These are supports on the way down. You got them. And so, like, everyone in here and their mother pretty much thinks that we're going to close below whatever it is. It's like 83.96, which is pretty much 8,500. You know, James was like saying, hey, we close below 8,500. And it's like my poll was only like $100 less than what he was saying we should do. So it's like the same thing. Probably, yeah, you're probably going to close most likely below the 200-day moving average. And we've been below it, right? The day of infamy was, with the candle close confirmation, was 26th, just a few days ago. But every day since, you've just been going sideways. No buying pressure has really come in to make you go higher so far. So Brian Reichner, good to see you, man. Okay, so let's check it out. Brian. Freeport McMoran. Same potential inverse central. I don't know about that. Maybe. I think you know what's great? You know what's really actually maybe happening right now? Okay. It could be crazy here, but look, an ice line, back test it, and maybe you broke. You sprung to the upside, and now you've back tested the spring, the ice line, and that's good. But at the same time, it's like maybe there's this going on, you know, and I could be crazy here. XA, B, C, yeah, D. And that's a bearish cipher, and that seems like a very real possibility, especially if you broke to the up, especially if you fell below critical support and you break back above it and then you back test it. There is a possibility we could run up and complete that cipher in time. Okay, that's like real life, man. So there you go, man. I mean, I think you already broke a channel here. I think there is another way to look at it, probably just from that new peak. You know, you just go 1, 2, 3. It's like the Momo shift line. Oh, interesting. Two. Kind of wedging. But you failed. You failed to break out. But that's okay. And that's why you stalled there. Maybe there was a little bit of divergence from this low. It's kind of weird. This low to this low. It was, yep, just a little bit of bullish divergence on the daily on FCX. Just a little bit. I mean, almost like Class C, because it's almost just a double bottom, but it was slightly higher on the second bottom. So this does seem like a real possibility. You better stay below 961. If you can stay below it, you backtest it long enough, and then you break this, there's a good chance you could rally all the way up to 1355. And I'll tell you, at 1355, there could be an extremely nice shorting opportunity. Okay, so that's what we're gonna look for. And if it never happens, we don't care. Set up the alert, and if that alert never goes off, it's just there forever. Like, I don't care. I'll just move on. Move on to the next asset. Okay, always be scanning. Good eye. All right, perfect. So, Mr. Kobayashi, Sunday fun day. That's right, Ben Smith, man. How do you choose that final D plot on the cipher? It's the criteria of what makes a pattern what it is. It's a 78% retrace, which is a deep retrace. Those are areas of value for shorts. It's a deep retrace from X. So when you get that deep in your retraces, those are low risk for dumps. It's just harmonics. It's geometry, Fibonacci, and history repeating itself. That's what harmonics are testament to, all those. Okay. What's up, Mike Deman? Hiya. Thanks for watching, man. Thank all of you for watching, seriously. It's a Sunday stream, the weekly close stream, and we're just hanging out, man, just chilling. All right, having a good one. That's it, dude. Yeah, so NEO, the Chinese stock is destroyed. The potential double bottom is dead. And this, like a lot of it, has to do with all Chinese stocks getting wrecked when presidential administration's talking about limiting what Americans can do with Chinese assets. Because they're almost like crypto in a way, where it might be regulated by the Chinese government, right? But, I mean, like, that's not really, regulation that we know in the West. I've already done XRP to BTC. Quick email. Welcome. Just rewind it. You'll find it. Okay. Oh, the Australian dollar. Yeah, it's been getting wrecked, man. I don't know. Eventually, these things will reverse, but the U.S. dollar, very strong, continuing to rise. DXY. Look at that, man. It's hitting. Again, you're hitting the 75% trend line. I remember it was just like yesterday, at the beginning of the month, where we looked at this, and it's like, dude, you're using the 75% trend line of the equidistant channel over and over and over as resistance, and it failed. And it was also XABCD1272 dumpage, but then you reversed, and now you're at it once more, and you failed. You failed twice last week, at the end of the week, to break it. And so it's almost like, again, technical analysis be danged. It's high on price, slightly higher high on the candle close. 52-week high on candle closes, and the highest high we had seen since May of 2017 on the U.S. dollar's value. Oops. It was just almost like high, slightly higher high, lower levels of positive Momo. A little bit of divergence there. Kind of about the same thing on the RSI. A little bit lower levels of relative strength. Somehow we see this off, man. Oh, that thing is strong, man. Wild. Yeah, man, cash is king. Gotta have a lot of cash. Brett, man. Somewhere you say you have friends in the Chinese market and they're crying buckets? Yeah, dude, I wouldn't touch that market at all. It's just bad, man. Not a free market. It's just manipulated. Like, I don't know, man. And like debt crisis, they've got banks defaulting, getting bailed out by the government, the small ones, and it's just the beginning. It's probably gonna get worse. What's up, Rob Fulton? Thanks, man. Don't thank me. Thank the Grateful Dead. I'm not playing, right? Oh, gold's open. Yeah, James Allen. Yeah, we look at gold. There's the US dollar. Now we're going to look at Gold Connect. The gold's open, and the pattern is still there, right? We have, in fact, broken. Ah, yes, we now have a break, hook, and go confirmation. Chat. Breaking news. This happened on Friday, but you were in the uptrend. Beautiful little uptrend that was holding, but again, break, hook, and go confirmation, your strongest form of confirmation ever. And it may, whatever, not manifest into anything significant, but you got to think with the failed rally, a lower high than your previous high, the big bearish engulfing candle, the huge
3.6, not great, not terrible.
Hello comrade. The last time we touched the 100 mA on the weekly view in Troit like radiated graphite through Haman flash. We are bouncing off of it now. If we close above it, this is not great, not terrible in my opinion.
Let's get those right, man. Thank you so much, comrades. Thank you for your contribution to the state government, man. Okay, the Kremlin thanks you. Come on. Last time we touched the 100 moving average on the weekly, we went through it like Radiohead Graphite through Human Flight. Yeah, we're bouncing off it now. If we close above it, this is not great, not terrible. Yeah, not great, not terrible. We can look at the 100 right after golds. Okay. Yeah, we can look at it after this, okay, man? So, the break can go where you break below critical support, then you back test that support that was one, or you back test that support, that old support as resistance, the break, the hook, the back test, and then the go is the bearish engulfing candle, which you got just a couple days ago, and now we are open on a new week, new day, and it is still a potential, a potential slanted head and shoulders pattern, right at where very critical areas. Play the song, someone. Okay, look left. You tried to break it. You tried to break it again, and on your third attempt, it was a lower high than the second attempt, which was the head. Right? You tried. You up thrusted, and now you tried again, and it's pretty much. I mean, to me, it seems, and it maybe is wrong because we're in such a bullish market, or it's such a bull trend right now that maybe it doesn't play out just because, hey, you know how it goes, right? You're bucking the trend, looking at bearish patterns and bullish trends, yet it just seems like 1, 2, 3 failures above a critical area of resistance. It may very well correct, and a correction 100% measured move of this potential pattern. And I say potential because no pattern is confirmed until it breaks this neckline. It goes for double bottoms and head and shoulders. Once you break below 1485, that is the confirmation you need. But hey, you know, if you know what a break can go is, maybe it's foreshadowing what's to come next. Break can go, and now maybe it is time to sell off more, and it probably would if equities have sentiment continues to maybe start rising a little bit more on equities. Maybe it's not good for gold in the short term, but maybe it's just like a technical thing where you correct, people get in at areas of value. I mean, just think about it, from your previous low to high, we have not even retraced 38%. 38% retrace 1445. So you got to say on gold, there is no area of value right here. There is no value where we are. There are areas of value between 1376 and 1444 if you're talking about golden zone common retrace levels, okay? And that would line up perfectly. So there might be a potential good shorting opportunity on gold, just at least for the shorter term. All right? Yeah, man, we've done it, dude. We've done it.
Bruh.
It's time for your local on the 8th. Oh my god. Sponsored by Nutella or something. Alright, let's go to the weekly. And he's like talking about the 100 moving average on the weekly. Let me change up my 50 and just make it 100. Whoa, that's 50,000. Nah, dude, that's too much. Okay, so yeah, this is the 100 week moving average. You're right at it. Who cares, man? Yeah, I don't think it matters that much. I mean, really, I think it has a lot more to do with the 100 week moving average. I think it has everything to do with you just got so nuclear on your insignificant time scale, RSI, MACD, right, that you just had to pull back a little bit, and this just happened to be there. All right. So yeah, not great, not terrible. Exactly, whatever. It's like, whatever, dude. I mean, look at your 50. 50's down at like 67. 30. How do you draw the measure moves? T torch on. Very easy, man. So, you open up your little drawing panel and you go down to like this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 7th thing. I can't really show you, but you'll look and you'll see long position, short position, forecast, all that. You want to go to price range. Use the price range tool and you just click, right? Measurement. All right. So how do you match that? You just hit control. hit control and hit the out and click the outside of the box. Like when you see the little anchor points, just grab it. You hold control and pull. And that's how you do it, man. That's how you get your measurements, all right? Measure moves and stuff like that for targets, okay? Torch on, let me know if that helps. Thanks. Remember the measure move here, 100% would be 55, 65. And that's really 55, 65 is below every major critical weekly support. So you're praying that that never, ever happens, okay? Look, you just fell below your 20-week moving average. So the 50 is probably next, and that's 6,800. Are you ready for that? I mean, on the weekly, just look at it. Where we are, we're starting to break this support here. I think like if you flipped it over, you're like looking at overhead resistance. If you're breaking all this stuff, I mean, there is one support from February 2018 at 8K. All right, that's one. I think the next one after 8K, 7,500 area is 6,800. After that's 6,000. Then after that is literally 3,150. Okay, your strongest support will probably be 6,000 to 5,800. That's it. Don't be scared. Remember the idea here on the weekly. I guess it's probably better on the daily, actually. You can do it on either, but remember this idea that we've had for a while. This is it, dude. All right. I mean, seriously. You're talking about a major harmonic. That PCZ of that potential harmonic is all the way down at 44.30. Are you kidding me, man? Jeez. Don't be scared. People think it can't happen until it does. Just like down here, people thought this couldn't happen, and it did. Why not the 5,000 moving average? I know, dude. God. Everyone uses it, man. Thanks, Torch on. Yeah, Jill, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, man. I don't know. Like, I got like 50 minutes left. 50 minutes left until the weekly close, and I'm just here chilling. We've already covered a lot, man. Yeah, I don't even know what else I can talk about on Bitcoin right now. Okay. And thanks for the 605 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Let's get a sub spike, man. It's just like I don't even get it anymore. It's like maybe it's just me not being able to produce static videos every single day. It's been busy and stuff, but like, dang, man, like you can't grow without 10-minute videos or something. And even lately, I haven't been able to grow even when I'm producing those static videos. It's just like impossible to grow, man. Yeah, I'm like getting like 10 subs a day now. Back to that. All right, back to that crap. We look one spike in volatility, 270 subs in a day. Then here, like nothing, 10 subs a day. It's terrible, dude. What's up, CJ? What's up, web developer newbie? Yeah, whatever, man. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just get out of here early. Not a big deal to me, man. So, y'all get it. Y'all know, I mean, like, from watching the stream, you should know exactly what's going on with Bitcoin. You should know exactly, you know, like where supports are below us. You should know we're below the 200-day moving average. You should know it's just like maybe we'll sell off the 7,500 and get some 4-hour divergence. We might break the upside from there. A much more major move to the upside, maybe to square up or something. But Chris Ubels, local on the 8s is just the weather channel here in America. It's just something they do. I uncle was an OG. He worked at the Weather Channel for a really, really long time, so it's just a part of my thing. You know, I just do local on the 8s every time it's a 58, you know, like top of the hour, local on the 8s. Local is just like, because like at the Weather Channel, it would give you your local forecast. And so like local on the 8s for us would be like just Bitcoin is our local, you know, asset we look at when we do it. Okay, top of the hour we go to Bitcoin and look at it. That's it. Sure thing, Dan. Okay. Oh, thanks for showing up today, chat. Yeah, you'll see the weekly close in about 45 minutes. And, yeah, we'll see what happens. Any kind of fall through price action with the new week starting. So I'll be back. I don't know when. Be in the Discord if you want to know. Until next time. Respect the TA.
Thank you.